Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and look, I have a really cute Halloween card for you today. It's a sneak peek from the mini catalog that goes live tomorrow, August 3rd. Can you believe already it's August 3rd? But this is called the Cute Halloween Suite. Let me show you what all's in there. Well, first of all, it's in the catalog. This is what your catalog looks like. It should have come in the mail. Along with that one came your celebration catalog. Now, if you don't have a demonstrator or you didn't get your catalog in this mail, be sure and let me know and I'll get you another one. And what celebration is, it's just rewards. You spend $50 on any Stampin' Up! Product and they give you a free celebration item. And then there are some celebration items where you have to spend $100, but make sure to check your catalogs out, open them up and look at them. And then tomorrow you can start ordering for those. But let me show you what's in the Cute Halloween Suite. So that'll give you a little peek there. Of course, it's a stamp set, and it's a punch bundle. So if you buy these two together, you save 10% right there. And you can see the punches out all these, the little pumpkin, the ghost, and the kitty cat head, and there's two-step stamping there. It's a really cute stamp set and punch. So that's in the suite. And then also in the suite, and we're not using this today, but look how cute this gingham ribbon is. It's really tie bow friendly. So the black and white gingham, I can hardly wait to use this. It's not on our card, like I said, but it's part of the suite. Love that ribbon. Okay, sorry, I got a little carried away. And then also are the stars. Now you can see all my stars are almost gone. I'll be ordering some more of those soon because I made this card here. It's a tower card or a pinwheel card, tower pinwheel card, and I made this for a swap for my team. And you can see all that cute designer series paper and stamps in there, but that's where all my stars went when I made a bunch of these for my team swap. Also in the suite are, I think these are called tombstone treat boxes. These are really cool because, how many are in here, first of all? There's 8 of them in here. They come like this. Now I fold this one. It has all of its own adhesive. Let me put one together for you really quick. I think they're cool little boxes. But like I said, they have their own adhesive. And you just stick that in there like that. And then this one, take that adhesive off and like this. And then I've already put one together that's exactly the same. But then when you put them together, look how cute that little box is. And very sturdy. It's a nice little cute box that you could decorate, of course, with the stamp and the punch. But that's in the suite. And then last, and definitely not least, I think this might be my favorite part, is the designer series paper. Now, I don't have much left of my designer series paper. I used a lot of it with my card swap for my team. But we're going to use some of this designer series paper today, like I showed you. Where'd my card go? Let's go back to my card. Here we go. Get rid of some other stuff here. Clean up workspace. Okay, but we're going to use this designer series paper with the punch. So instead of stamping and punching, that's what I love about this designer series paper, is you can take, like, for instance, this little ghost, and he fits in here just perfect. And we'll use that little ghost right there. Whoop, don't lose him on our card. Let's see if we can find, here's a pumpkin. Now you noticed I've cut around the pumpkin because if you take a whole sheet of cardstock or designer series paper like this and you try to punch out the pumpkin, it's going to ruin the pieces next to it. So what I do is I found these Post-it notes and they're in this strip like this, which makes it really easy. And you take one of these strips here, and I'm going to put it toward the pumpkin's bottom or the bottom of the pumpkin like this. And then it's like a little handle, so then when you put it in your punch, you can hold the pumpkin exactly where you want it. Maybe not on camera. There we go. And then punch that little pumpkin out. Is that not just handy to have that little handle when you're punching? And then I'm going to go ahead and pull that Post-it note off. So now we have a pumpkin and a ghost. Let's go ahead and find a cat. Let's see if we have a cat in the scraps instead of using a brand new piece. Oh, but here, look, here's the skeleton. And now we don't have that part on the punch. So I'm going to quickly just fussy cut this little skeleton head. And really we could fussy cut all of these, but if we have the punch, we don't have to. And this one won't take long. You just go around his little head like this. Look how cute he is with his little rosy cheeks and his little closed eyes. There we go. So now we have a skeleton. I'm going to hang on to this piece right here because I really like that bird, and I might use that bird a little bit too. So I'm going to leave that piece out. So we need a cat, right? We were looking for a cat. No cats. Any cats here? Oh, look, there's a cat right there. I'm going to just kind of cut like this because this cat doesn't have anything near him that would mess up if we punch it. So I'm going to just punch him out like this. There, and now we have a little cat. What else do we need for our card? I think this little bat. So let's try to find a little piece of scrap paper that has that little bat on it. Oh, here, look, there's one right there. And we'll use him right there. And you know what, I'm going to just cut like this. We could also use this bat too. Let's see what bat we like better. I'm going to kind of cut this one and maybe try to save this bat and cut like that and see which bat we like better. I think that's all the things we need from our designer series paper. We have our little bird. We have, okay. And I can't hanging on to all those little pieces and parts just for a card like this, because you can always use those little pieces and parts of the designer series paper. Okay, so this piece here, this comes from the framelits called Picture This, and they look like this. They have the rectangles and they have the circles. And the cool thing about these is that when you punch them out, the circles on the inside have the stitching, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it also has the stitching around the outside. So you can use it either way. Love this thing. In fact, I've made a little template. I need to do a template of the rectangles too, and that way I could just hold it over my stamp set to see what fits where. And so that might be something if you buy this die that you make you a template so you have it and you can see what stamp set it goes with. Okay, let's start laying stuff out. Let me tell you about my pieces. This here is gray granite. It's just 5 1/4 by 4. It's a nice layer for your card. And then, like I said, I ran it through that die so it has all those little holes. And in fact, we're going to turn it over and have it this way. And then I have a piece of designer series paper. And now this is the same pack that we just looked at. I can't remember the size. So if you need the sizes, be sure and visit my blog, becreativewithkathy.com. But I cut it just a little bit smaller than what this piece is. And like I said, I don't remember what I cut out or even if it's important. You just want it to cover those little circles there. And then of course I have my card base. I chose Heather or Highland Heather because that's just a color in the designer series paper. I have a piece of basic white here for the inside, and then I have a scrap here of basic white for our little trick-or-treat greeting. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to decide what's going to go in what circle. And I think I do like my little ghost up here maybe. I liked my pumpkin. He kind of looks like he's sitting in the windowsill maybe. I do like the little kitty that peeks through this one. And then we'll probably put him here. Do we want to try to put the bird up here? Look, we could go like this and have the bird sitting on his head. I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that little bird, and I'm going to, we got to cut away some extra stuff here. So I'm going to kind of just go around the bird like this, and hopefully it still fits in that circle. Let's see how that looks. Yep, look, and he still fits in there. So I'm going to just take it just like this because I want it to stay in that circle, and I have just some Scotch tape here. And I'm going to hold him in place like this and just tape him where I want him on the back. Look how cute that's going to turn out. just like that. I think I'm going to put a piece of tape over here too. Make sure that that stays secure. Whoops, I missed the paper. I did it again. There we go. Make sure it's not sticking off the edge here. Trim that tape down a little bit. There, and now he's in our little circle just like that. Now let's do the same thing with this one down here. Only on this one, I want it to see, I want to have it like, so it's not popped up like he's popped up. This one's not going to be, I don't know if that makes any sense. But, oh, he goes upside down though. We want him this way. And no, I think he's too big for that circle, so I'm going to go back to this little guy here. So let's trim this cardstock down, or this designer series paper down, so it fits in that circle there. Looks like we got to trim off a little bit more over here. I don't want to cut it too small because I want it to fill the whole circle, but I don't want it to cover up some of the other circles. Yeah, so look how cute he's going to look just like that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some adhesive, or I'm going to use my tape runner, on the back of that designer series paper. I'm going to hold it in place where I want it. And now I'm going to take this big piece of designer series paper and just kind of make sure it's all covered. And now, see, he's going to stick right there. But then I can pop this up on dimensionals and he'll look good, like he's kind of in the background. So I like how that looks. And then with the kitty, I want him to just be peeking through there. And now I don't think I have room for tape here, so I'm going to go ahead with him and put a little bit of liquid glue down on his chin, like this. Maybe I am. Sure I am. Not with that one. Let's try, oh no, this one's the empty one. Ha! Funny. Not funny. Let's go back to the last one. All right, fine. We're not going to use liquid glue because my liquid glues must be out. I need to go get a new bottle. I'll just put a little bit of adhesive down here on his chin. And the silicone mat just makes it so I don't get adhesive on my tabletop. Let's go back with that kitty again right here. And just put him right there. And really, I only need enough adhesive just to hold him there, because then I'm going to cover the back of this with dimensionals. So I'm going to use, this is my black dimensionals since we're working with dark colors. And the cool thing about black dimensionals is you get the standard and the mini dimensionals both in the same pack. I think you get 2 sheets of both, but I could be wrong, but you get both sizes in the same pack. And I'm going to I think I'm going to start with the edge like this and take some pretty big pieces, because I want this part, this gray granite piece, to be really sturdy. I don't want it to sag anywhere on my card. So I'm going to use the edges of these little dimensionals and put it on those big pieces right over that piece of designer series paper and the tape. And put another one down here, and then I think we need, let's do a long one along this corner here. There, we got quite a few on there, but I'm going to keep going. I know it's going to take me forever to remove all the backs, but like I said, I want this piece to be solid and not to move. What do you think? Maybe that's, oh, look right here, we can put one right there. And then let's take a couple of these little ones and just fill in the places that I missed. And really I could use the standard. We have to take all those little backs off, but it's all good. Okay, now let's take all these little pieces off. I'm sorry, the backs off. And you know what? I'm going to use my take a pick tool. I think it's a little bit faster this way. Yeah, a lot faster. And now that I have those backs off, I noticed I missed 2 places that I really want to make sure I have dimensionals on. So on the back of my cat's head here, I want to make sure I have dimensionals so that he stays up level with the window. And then I'm even going to take a big piece here and put it on the back of this piece that we taped in place so he doesn't move either. I know it's a lot of dimensionals, but I think it's worth it. Okay, then I'm going to use my silicone mat because I don't want my dimensionals to stick to my tabletop, but I think they're going to be like further out than what my designer series paper is. So I'm going to make sure this time and line my little bat up back with that hole and not worry what the back looks like, but make sure the front looks really good. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So like I said, see, the dimensionals stuck to the silicone mat, but it didn't stick to my work surface. Okay, so now I'm going to put some adhesive on this designer series paper back here. Whoops, and I should have folded my card base, this piece in half, where I've scored it on the 4 1/4 inch. So it folds nicely in half and we have a nice card base here. Okay. And then with all my adhesive, some dimensional sticking off, a lot of tape or adhesive here on the designer series paper. And I can just stick this right down to my card front, just like that. And look how cute that is so far. So let's get all these little pieces that I have scattered all over my desk. There we go. We'll start with the little ghost here, and I'll put a couple dimensionals. Well, it'll look like one big one. I have to use a little one down here. And just set him in this corner. And then the pumpkin, I think I can fit a couple dimensionals on him. And then I want to set him so he's peeking through like the window here at the bottom of this circle. So far so good. And then let's just put some adhesive on the back of that little skeleton. And I'm going to line his head up with this little piece of designer series paper so the bird is on his head again. So it looks about like that. Cute, right? Okay, now we just need to do some stamping. So let's take, this is the inside of my card and this is just the scrap. I'm going to use just Memento black ink. Ink up that one of the stamps in there. It says trick or treat. I need to practice. Let me find a piece of scratch paper here. Yep, okay. And then stamp that right on my scrap paper here. Okay, and then I have this one that says, have a fabulous Halloween. I'll ink, I know I'm going to ink up this way. I think those larger stamps do better when you put ink to stamp. And then in here, right above the center, whoops, not upside down, we're going to stamp that little greeting. Hopefully I'm straight, I can't really see, but I think it's going to look okay. Yep, looks pretty good. And then I am going to bring in, this is the Highland Heather, it's the same color as our card base. And I'm going to stamp that little spider, also an image from the stamp set, so that he's kind of hanging down here from the Halloween. Like that. Look how cute he is. And that gives us just a splash of color on the inside of our card. Then I use my Stampin' Write marker here, and I'm going to use the pen tip and just draw a little web that goes from my H to my spider's bottom. And then I am going to put just a spot of black on his little eyeballs to kind of, here, let me see if I lift that up. Look how cute that makes his little eyeballs stick out just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. And then with this piece, I'm going to just take and kind of, I'm not going to really fussy cut it, but I'm going to just cut those words apart. And there's just enough room for my paper snips in between those three words. So I'm going to try to get close down here to this one. And on the sides, I'm going to keep it pretty close. So now it looks like that. And then the same thing with the or. And then with the trick. Okay. So now I want, on my card, I want to pop up the trick and the treat. So I'm going to take those little dimensionals and put them on the back of those. But I'm going to lay the or flat on my card. So again, I'm going to use my silicone mat just so I get glue or tape. I'm getting adhesive on my tabletop. Put a little bit of adhesive on there. Make sure the edges are tucked behind. There we go. And just put that down in the center. Take some dimensional backs off of these. Maybe, yep. There we go. What's this one? This is trick or treat. So this is going to go at the bottom here, like that. Let's see if I can, oh, there we go. And then put that little trick up here toward the top. And look how cute that is. So far, so good. Now let's see what I did with those little stars. Here they are. And then we'll just scatter some stars on there. I think one down here. I must like them that way because look, that's exactly what I did to my card over here too. And then we'll just put a little purple one right here. And what color? Black. We need a black one. And the little black one right up here. There, that looks pretty good. So there you go. There's my card today. Love this cute Halloween suite. You have to let me know what you think of the Halloween suite. I sent out my email today, my newsletter email kind of what's going on for the week. So if you're on my email list and you didn't get my email, be sure and let me know because I've had some glitches that I've been working on and I'll be sure and fix that. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great weekend and I'll see you back here on Friday when we're going to start our Friday Christmas cards. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.